Our Wisdom channel. Shout out to everybody. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. Happy Sunday. Shout out to all y'all going to church this morning and all that. But I want to cover this topic real quick because I see more often than not, and it's not just me, but I've discovered this is something that's been going on forever and ever. And this could be like, I guess one of the main things about that men come out of with MGTOW and a lot of these pickup artists and the dating game, and dudes complaining about, she's always choosing the bad guy. She's always choosing a guy that don't give a damn about her. I'm such a nice guy. And this is really where this red pill thing comes in, where you just have to understand this. And I'm just going to, because some people weren't born. Well, people claim that they're born with this. Some men will be like, I've never did this, I'm just a perfect man. Congratulations to you. Have all the cookies in the world. You were born with all the knowledge in the world. You're just one gifted specimen. You are supreme alpha male. Blah, 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 blah. That's good for you. You've never made a mistake in your life. You're an immaculate being. But for those of us who aren't, such as myself, you have to learn these things. And a lot of times, this comes from, insecurity and the over pursuit of something. Same thing happens with women, but this is addressed to men. So I'm gonna just start this out by, for example, right? You start dating a woman, right? Everything is cool. You're playing it cool. You're indifferent about this courtship, quote unquote. You guys are hanging out, having a good time, and she's completely into you. She's blowing up your phone, coming to see you, texting you. Basically, she's on the verge of just being, madly in love with you. She's infatuated with you, because you're that guy. You're indifferent about the situation. You're not pursuing her. You're just hanging back. Like everything is cool. It's gonna be what it is, So a lot of you guys probably have come across where, where you're dating a young lady and she's like confused because you're behaving to her in this manner, right? And you're just, like I said, you're indifferent. Your feelings are not clear. So you're behaving with her in this manner, right? And so she may be prodding you throughout this time, saying, hey, it's something about you. I don't know what it is. I don't know where I stand with you. I don't know, like, how you feel about me, because you're just, like, kind of standoffish, but it's something about you. And more, she won't specifically say it, but it's something attractive about you I can't put my finger on. And you have that mystery about you. You have that aura going on about you. And you're not, like, you're in your masculinity. You're not being feminine by chasing this woman. You're being indifferent. And this is for you guys, and I hope you guys just catch up on this and realize this, that this is what is attracting the woman to you. By you over pursuing her, it's going to lead to her backing off and being unattracted with you, and being unattracted to you. And this is where a lot of men mess up, especially, things, you get used to a certain routine with a woman, right? You get used to a certain routine, and everything is going this way for days, weeks, months. Then all of a sudden, you're getting comfortable, and you're like, okay, this is gonna be like this woman is into me, so let me just kick back and just let it happen. So she's prodding you in the meantime. You're getting feelings, in the meanwhile, and you're starting to reveal these feelings, and then slowly, as you're revealing these feelings to her, she's backing off more often than not. If a lot of you guys have experienced this, make sure you comment in the comment section. She starts backing off. And when she starts backing off, you feel like this is weird. She's not talking to me. Something's going on. she's not texting me as much. What's going on? Let me see what's. You start texting her. You start calling her back, and now you're pursuing, and she has the leverage over you, and you're wondering what's going on because you have feelings at this point for her, and you're infatuated, and you're like, what am I doing? And so you have this fear that you have to, do some type of action because you're losing her, or she might be talking to someone else, or you might have done something wrong. And this is the crossroads where a lot of you guys make mistakes. You're getting in your feelings, you're blowing her phone up, you're texting her when you should just chill and lay back and not do anything. This is how you mess up. I guarantee it every single time. Anybody who's watching this, whether it's now or later, you can agree with this. This is where it happens. Even women, a lot of times women can't pinpoint what it is when she loses attraction. But then she starts noticing you start blowing up her phone, being impatient, calling her. You're no longer that guy she initially met. You're acting like a woman. You're acting by chase. This isn't the movies. By chasing a woman, you're displaying feminine qualities. You're displaying feminine characteristics by being emotional on that level. A woman will say that she wants this from you, but that's not really what she wants from you. This is what I've been saying, and I noticed this when I was like in my early 20s. A woman will tell you exactly what she wants from you, but as soon as you give it to her, she loses attraction. And it's weird like that. Don't do that. I'm telling you guys right now, I'm about to be 35 years old, and it's just setting in that this is just the way it is. You can call it dysfunction, but you're a man, she's a woman. You're supposed to be masculine. You're supposed to be a stand-up guy. Don't get into your feelings on that. It's the woman's job to initiate whether she wants to be in a relationship with you, as far as that goes. Is whether she wants things to go further, whether she wants it, to be your girlfriend, or she wants you to be her boyfriend. That's not your job to decide that. You know what I'm saying? So this is the way it is. Yeah, I hear you talking on here, Sin, but I'm telling the truth. You can say what you want to say, but a lot of this comes from when you start doing this, and I've done this. I'm not afraid to say it. This is done due to fear and insecurity, and what's behind. And then this generates anger. She's not texting you back. You try to hit her up. She's not texting you back because you're acting like a woman. And this goes back to that. I heard a guy. He was talking about it. He referred it to. And for those of you guys who are like Star Wars fanboys, the whole concept of Anakin Skywalker and how he became Darth Vader and all that. For those of you who aren't into Star Wars, I'm gonna just put it like this. Anyway, Anakin basically ended up going to the dark side, basically because of fear, his anger between him getting a prophecy of losing Padme, I believe that was her name, and then his mother and all of this stuff like that. And he basically was fearful, just like you're fearful of losing this woman. And he got angry, and it was so easy for him to go to the dark side because of behind that anger that he had and fear, it ended up happening anyway. He ended up, based upon the prophecy and his actions, he ends up losing Padme. His mother, ends up dying. And he ends up basically going to the dark side, which was what he was supposed to, stop. So you guys, a lot of times you live your life in fear, and you're living your life in fear when you're in relationships. Or when you're in a relationship, you should not be in fear of losing someone because you don't own that person. Like I said, I'm about to be 35, and a lot of this stuff I'm just now understanding what it is. And that's how you mess up in relationships so often. You get in your feelings, due to fear. You get angry. That's when you start cursing women out. You start blowing up their text messages. Not that I was doing that, but I know dudes that do that. You ain't answering your fucking phone. You who you think you are. You can't talk to me like this. You can't do me like this. And all this stuff like that. Neurotic behavior. That's the term. It's called being neurotic. And you end up cursing women out. Putting hands on women. Showing up, stalker behavior. You're being neurotic instead of just sitting back and chilling because you don't own that person. You know what I'm saying? It's really like that really taking that red pill and understanding like, yo, this is what it is. That's just the way it is. That's just the way we are wired. You have to you're a man at the end of the day, and you have to accept that regardless of, it's not the movies. You see the movies when the guy chases after the woman, she, falls in madly in love with him and da 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 da, and fairy tales. That's not what women want. That's why women like quote unquote bad guys, bad boys, you know, these guys, because they're indifferent. They don't care. They're not gonna call a woman right back. You guys are blowing up women's phones. You're looking needy and desperate. Needy, desperate, fearful, insecure, controlling. All of these are feminine characteristics. You're a man, you know. And for anyone who says, I was a 2-year-old, I was an alpha 2-year-old, I've never done any of this in my life, I have these hoes in check. Stop it, my G. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? You're not perfect. You know what I'm saying? It's not saying that you're not supposed to have feelings, but you must be in control of your feelings. It's not about sin. Talking about, I don't know if you can talk about me, talk about psychology. I don't know the psychology. It's just that it's just so much of this happening and coming to terms of so many men making these same mistakes, including myself, over and over, messing up relationship after relationship. And guys do it over and over and wonder why they don't make it past a certain point, because they do these things and they're like, something's wrong with women. That could be true, but you have to understand that. You have to understand what it is. That's just the way it is. You would think if I can just force her to like me, if I can just show her that I'm a good guy. That's not how it works, my man. You be you romance this woman, you show her a good time, and that's it. You know? And you keep it like that. Don't the woman has to feel like she's free at the end of the day. She has to feel like she's free when she's with you, or when she leaves you. She has to feel like she's free. She has to feel like she's free to come and go as she pleases. And this is what you guys, you think when she's gone, she's gonna be with another guy. Okay, let her do that, my man. It is what it is. Just keep that in mind. If you're in that position right now, replay this video, watch it, just to remind yourself, if you're succumbing to temptation where you want to pick up that phone and make that phone call, or you want to send that text, or if you're drinking and you want to send that text in the middle of the night to her because she's not responding to your phone call or your text message. You gotta give it time, man. You gotta be patient. You can't force it. It has to be like water, not Coca-Cola. You're trying to make it Coca-Cola, and you should not be doing that. So this is what it is. I guarantee you, man, you'll feel much better. I guarantee you she'll be more attracted to you. She'll find you more attractive. You gotta keep that mystery to you. You gotta keep that James Bond, Idris Elba, type thing to you, laid back, and be indifferent, But that doesn't mean ignore a woman at the same time. You never ignore a woman, but you still have to be indifferent. Because once you cross that line, once you cross that point, that's the point of no return, where she loses all attraction to you. And you'll know, because what was happening previously with the texts and the phone calls, all that stops or slows down. So once you see that, you don't need to launch an investigation as a man and be a detective and try to fix it, because that's what you guys try to do. You need to just back off and let her come back to you. You know what I mean? Back off, let her come back to you. I guarantee. I'm not telling y'all this. I'm telling you because I've been through this. I'm telling you this because I know. You have to back off and let her decide to be with you. Don't do that. Don't do that. You're too cool for that. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to humiliate yourself or embarrass yourself like that. Just fall back and be easy. Let her come to you. And that's how it'll be. It's not about being arrogant. It's about, being cool, calm, protecting your mental health because you're gonna drive yourself crazy, and just let it go, man. Let her do her, you do you, and if it's meant to be, it's gonna come back full circle. So with that being said, man, I meant to do this last night, you know, just to put this message out there because I think so many men are messing up relationships because of this, or messing up potential relationships, or messing up courting, or trying to get with a woman that they may really like or really be interested in because they're doing this, and it's not necessary. If someone is attracted to you, they're attracted to you. You know, sometimes a lot of this stuff is tests. Sometimes it's just to see what it is. This is the reason why. This is the reason why women are attracted to these type of men, because these men are men. They're masculine men. They're alpha men, regardless. You know what I mean? I appreciate it, Geek Assault. Shout out to Geek Assault for the super chat. This is the reason why. So don't get in, you know, the sulking or a lot of the stuff you see, not on all MGTOW channels, but some MGTOW channels, of attacking the woman for her being the way she is. That's the way it is a lot of times. This isn't all women, but you must treat all women the same in this regard. Once you start putting one woman up on a pedestal and another woman below her, that's when you mess up. You must treat all women the same in this manner. You can't try to do that because it's not gonna work. You're gonna be she's gonna think you're weak. She wants a woman, a heterosexual woman who's interested in men is looking for a man. She's not looking for a feminine man. She's not looking for a man that's emotional like that, you know. And like I say, I can't say this enough. Yeah, David Willis, I'm gonna read your comment real quick before I hop up off here. I think we do get caught up too much in blaming women. We need to take accountability for simping. Exactly. You need to take accountability for simping, you know, and that's that's what it is at the end of the day. You can't go and blame the woman. That's just like blaming a lion if a lion decides to eat your ass up. You already know. I mean, a lot of times we don't know the nature, and that's why men have such a hard time, because they're trying to understand, why is she doing this to me? Why is she doing this? Why is she behaving this way? I'm trying to be a nice guy. I'm trying to be a good guy. I'm trying to be a good dude. It's just not working. What am I doing wrong? And it's so simple. It's right. It's you. It's not her. It's you. More than not, 9 times out of 10, it's not her. It's you. So that when she gives you all of these things, saying, you know, I'm busy, or hey, I'm hanging out with this person. Hey, I need some time. This is going on. I got too much going on in my life. It's like a whirlwind right now. It's because of you, my man. It's because of you, my G. Just stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Sit back and just listen. You know, all of these things, when she's saying these things, it's usually the same thing. It's basically you're smothering her, and that's what it is. Most of these things that men are doing is because you're smothering. Jasmine, what's happening? 2 Trill was good. Is because you're smothering this woman, and she loses all attraction to you. The level, it just plummets. It just goes down because of what you're doing. You know. And this is the temptation. You're trying to force her to talk to you. You're talking the woman. You're pushing the woman away. You're talking her out of being attracted to you. You're talking too much. You're talking too much. You're talking too much. You're texting too much. You're convincing her not to be with you. When you should be a man who has a purpose, a man of means, a man who has his time, you know, fixed on certain things, has a purpose in life. This is why you hear so much on a lot of these other guys' channels where they say, as a man, you must have a purpose. You must have something to do other than women. You must have something to do other than women. You must have a purpose. You can't be focused blowing up a woman's phone, wondering what she's doing, da 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 da. It's just that simple. I should just name this, if you're falling into temptation, watch this. What's up, Marie? Uh, Watch this video. Repeat. If you, I wish I could go back and give this video to myself. Yo, fall back. The power struggle, and that's just what it is. This is just a tennis game, hitting the ball back and forth. That's all it is. You hit the ball, she hits the ball back and forth, and that's all it is. You can call it a power struggle. This is just the way it is. And people will say it's dysfunctional. No, it's life. Life is dysfunctional. It's easy once you have an understanding. It's easy, but it's that's what it is. So with that being said, man, a shout out to everybody. Appreciate this. Ain't really a Sunday sermon, but I might come on here later, to do something of the like. But appreciate you guys tuning in. If you haven't liked the video, make sure you guys go ahead and hit the like button. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. Once again, shout out to Geek Assault for the super chat. Go ahead and comment if you got any experience going through something like this. You know what I'm saying? And if you feel this will be a benefit of a potential simp, or someone that you think maybe, or is just like beating his head in, trying to wonder like, what the hell am I doing? What am I doing wrong? She's not talking to me. Just give him this video right here, as a Christmas present. You know what I mean? This is free. This can save you months, years of headache. This information was invaluable to me. I don't think you can put a price tag on it. I'm not putting myself up on it because this is information that I have come across, which basically makes sense. And according to science, supposedly there's studies done that women are attracted to men who are emotionally indifferent towards them, or their emotions or feelings are unclear to them. Which I have to look up some of those studies, but that's basically what I've come across in my reading. Which seems to be the case. That's why, hence, everything I've been saying throughout this video. X used to respond when I got off the phone talking with my friends. I used to say, yeah. But shout out, man. Make sure you guys like, share, comment, and subscribe. Like I said, add me on social media. All the links are in the description. Check out my Amazon profile. Pick up the Puppeteering with Heartstrings and all those other books if you haven't done so yet. Check out my Teespring site. It's on there. The links is in the description. I got my business Facebook page on there. If you're interested in getting some trade lines or assistance or counseling on credit, or if you just want to chop it up with me, I wouldn't call it coaching, but we can just have a conversation. Feel free to email me. We can set that up. You know what I'm saying? And about whatever situation, business, credit, life, whatever. So I appreciate you guys tuning in once again. Shout out to everybody for your endless, unwavering support, and peace be upon you and the mercy and blessings of the Almighty. Not interested in a man that's all over the place. Interested in a man that is all over the place with emotions. Men become and I'm going to say this before I get off. She says emotions can be clear. I guess you're trying to say clearly defined from strong men. Not interested in a man that is all over the place with emotions. So I'm going to email you. Shout out to Sen. A lot of men become unglued when the woman backs off, so they feel like they have to. What's it called? The illusion of action, where you feel like you have to do something. So they become unglued. They become emotionally neurotic, so to speak, and they're all over the place emotionally because they don't know, coming, going, what am I supposed to do? Too much, too little, da 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 da. Instead of just sitting back and just like falling back on all of that. So a lot of men, that does happen, and that's why you have men blowing up your phone, men texting you because they don't know what the hell to do. You know what I'm saying? They think by pursuing you more, it's gonna attract you more, and that's not the case. Trust me, I know. If you guys look at all your relationships or any woman that you've talked to, how far have you gotten by pursuing a woman constantly, repeatedly blowing up her phone? It messes it up every single time. I'm telling you. I'm here to tell you. I know I'm not telling you because I'm some young kid. I don't. I'm telling you because I've been through it. When you go in that mode and you do that, it's going to completely turn the woman off. And you got women in the chat right now, for all you guys watching this on the restream, who are saying that this is true. A woman will tell you. She's not going to tell you. You'd be like, well, why won't she tell me? A woman doesn't want to hurt your feelings, and she feels like it's not her job as a woman to tell you how to be a man. You feel me? So she's not going to tell you this. I used to ask the same thing. Why won't she tell me? She's not going to tell you that. Because it's not her job to tell you that. She's not going to, she'd rather be, I wouldn't say be dishonest, even if you ask her. You know what I mean? But it's not her job to tell you how to be a man. You're the man. You know what I'm saying? So you can't be emotional. You know what I'm saying? And do that. Just fall back. Just fall back. It's going to be okay. She's not going to tell you. She's not going to tell you. So, but I'm telling you, as a little brother, a big brother, a uncle, whatever you want to call me, a reform simp, whatever you want to call me, I'm here to tell you, that's what's going on with you. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you. Because a woman will not tell you how to date a woman, or how to talk to a woman. So let me get off it. I've been talking I hate talking this long on these live streams, man, because when people go to watch the restream, they see like a 35 or 40 minute. I'm not watching that video. But if it's meant for you to see it, you'll watch it. So on and so forth. And I'll pick up my wings in like 15 minutes. Got some Wingstop, about to go pick up my lemon peppers. Yeah, man. What's up, JJ? You guys, like I said, man, I'm telling you, I don't want you guys to mess up. Do not mess up. Do not blow your chance with a potentially great woman. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it. Don't mess it up. Do not mess it up, because this is stuff that even some pickup artists probably won't tell you this. They're just telling you how to approach a woman and all that stuff, but they're not gonna tell you how to maintain a woman. You probably get that woman for that first date and that's it, but then she's done with you after that, because you can't control yourself. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Barry J. You can't control yourself. And you're just gonna lose it and melt like butter and become neurotic and unglued, and you're gonna tap into your feminine side. You know what I'm saying? So I guess it's never too late, but you guys, I definitely want to gear this towards you guys who are teenagers and in your early 20s. Even in your, it's never too late, but preferably the earlier you learn this, the better off you'll be. You know what I'm saying? Sin, I know you don't catch feelings. You don't even gotta say that. I know you don't catch feelings. Anyway, Sin crazy. But yeah. Shout out to everybody, man. Yeah, man. Hey, David Willis, remember this, my man. Just remember this. Like I said, I'm 34. I'll be 35 in a couple months. And this is like, it's that red pill, really. Like, it's really that red pill that's just been like, hey, and it's just waking up. Yeah, it's for all men, but it's like the earlier the better. You're a teenager and you're in your 20s. This is like for you. I feel bad because I'm in my mid 30s right now, and I'm just now discovering this. And you got dudes in their 40s, 50s, 60s. But just imagine if you knew this as a teenager, how much better your life could be. You know what I mean? How much better your life could be. You can take better advantage of this info. Exactly. 2 trill. You already know. But a lot of young boys, like he say, they think they know everything, or, you know, I didn't have YouTube when I was 17, 18, and I wasn't, to the point where I'd be looking up stuff like this anyway. You know, I had no clue how to talk to women when I was, 17, 18, and that's probably why I got married when I was, 19? But it all goes back to insecurity and fear. And some of that goes back to your childhood, believe it or not. And I had to go back and re-examine my life as far as my childhood and what caused me to be this way. And a lot of it does go back to your childhood, whether you were raised in a single parent home and your parents were indifferent, or a parent or parents were indifferent, didn't show too much emotion, didn't really show you too much love, they were just there. So a lot of this does go back to when we are children, the way we are as adults. And I had to examine that too, and it all made sense. And that's why I'm telling you this. And it's like I had to share this because it's like I'm giving you a gift, which I want you guys to understand. Don't let this go in one ear and out the other. I want you guys to understand this. I want you to understand this. No matter how attractive you are, no matter how much money you got, I mean, the money may be depending on what kind of woman you're dealing with. But no matter how many women you've been with in your life, you look at people and how many successful relationships have you been in, I guess is the question. What it all boils down to is how many successful relationships. And it could be for different reasons. But as far as a man, when it comes down to you hearing certain things, it could be that. You could be outside of your natural, the natural masculine man who you're supposed to be. And some men aren't really taught how to be men. It's kind of like trial and error, a dead reckoning, where you're learning along the way. You know what I'm saying? You're learning along the way, and like I said, insecurity and fear is what drives a lot of this, and a lot of men have been living their whole life in fear. I'm not saying as far as a lack of courage, or but as far as fear and insecurity, in certain aspects. And a lot of it's, you just, like I said, you just pay attention to relationships and see how things go. And even if you're dealing with someone, just look at, a lot of times, successful relationships. Damn, I hate talking this long. Sheesh, man. But yeah, something to think about, something to ponder about, something to just sit back and look at. Just listen to what I've said and just go back to all of your relationships, especially you men that you've been in, or any woman that you've dated or tried to date or tried to get with, and just think about that. So with that being said, I keep going back to this. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. I'll catch you guys. I'm still trying to, I know I was saying that I'm still trying to get this speakerphone, well, not speakerphone, this call-in line thing set up, man. I'm trying to get it through my computer, so I just gotta do some more research on how to get this done, because I'm trying to get a lot of these topics going, when you guys are all settled in at night and everybody's relaxed and all that stuff, so we can chop it up on the on the late night wisdom talk show or whatever, where you call in and all that. So that's what I'm trying to get up. So I'll catch you guys probably later or tomorrow, man. I got a good show coming tomorrow. I have a special guest, I believe, that's supposed to be coming on tomorrow evening, where we're gonna talk about some pretty controversial topic, that she's been getting a lot of heat for as well. So peace be upon you all. Peace be upon you there, Marie. And I'll see you guys later, man. I'm out of here. Peace.